Hi, Bhante.
Yes.
Bhante, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can start now. Yes, please go ahead.
Hi, good evening, Bhante, and all the Gayana Mintas, Tukihotu. I am Brother Lim, and welcome to TRV Friday Sutta discussion. Bhante, Dr. Kanko Dawila Chandima. Tonight class is the day 143 of Sutta discussion class, the fifth class of the Dīghajāṇu Sutta, Dīghajāṇu Sutta, with the topic the accomplishment of parent finance. Sorry. And Dīghajāṇu Sutta is the 14th sutta that has been chosen by Bhante Chandima for this sutta discussion. In previous classes, Bhante have discussed about the Mangala Sutta, Ratana Sutta, Metta Sutta, Sikalowada Sutta, Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta, Sabbasawa Sutta, Pattakama Sutta, Patama sama-jīvikatā Sutta, Arawaka Sutta, Rajaka Sutta, Kirimananda Sutta, Chunnakamavipanga Sutta, and Chunda Sutta, which Pandey has elaborated those sutta in depth. For those who have missed out our previous classes, please check on Ti-Ratana Vihara YouTube channel. We have uploaded the previous classes there. We are always welcoming newcomers. Please share around about this class with our other family and friends. So whoever that wish to join the class via Zoom, where we can engage directly with Bhante, to contact us on Ti-Ratana Amma Berdana Facebook Messenger or WhatsApp. Our speaker Bhante Dr. Kanko Dawila Chandima is the associate editor of the Journal of the International Buddhist Study, JIBS, which is published by the Buddhist Research Institute of Chulalongkorn, Raja Vidayalaya University in Thailand. Bhante is the senior advisor to Patisota. Patisota is a virtual Dharma organization that helps beginners as well as expert students in learning the Dharma in Pali class, Sutta discussion class, Dharma talk, and variety ways. You can check on Patisota with the link www.patisotablogspot.com, or can follow Bhante from Bhante's Patisota Facebook account. From 2012 to 2016, Bhante served as the Theravada Buddhist chaplain at the University of British Columbia, Vancouver, Canada, and in 2016 was a research fellow at the Center of Religion and Society of University of Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. Recently, Bhante had joined the Ateneo University in Manila, Philippines. Without further ado, we welcome Bhante and always thank Bhante very much for those wonderful guidance and teaching. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you, Brother Lim. Good evening, Dharma friends. Welcome back to TRV Friday Sutta discussion. I'm hearing my voice back. Perhaps I may have to please mute your audios, perhaps. Nice. All right. Take a look. All right, should be okay now. So welcome back to our Friday Sutta discussion. Still I'm hearing. Okay, Brother Lim's one. So let us start our Sutta discussion by paying homage to the Buddha. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. today, I think, I don't know whether you were informed, Sister Aliana is having some internet problems in her area. So she passed it on to Brother Lim. That's why she's not here, but I welcome her anytime to join. And today is day 143 of our Sutta discussion. And today we are going to look at the fourth accomplishment of a layperson, a successful layperson. And it is about balanced finances. Sama-jīvikatā. Balanced living means balanced finances. So we will be looking at that section with Dīghajāṇu Sutta. So I like to welcome everybody, Brother Lim. We have Nain Cheng, Kim, Margaret, Melinda, Kelvin, Barbara, Sumita. Today she's joining from Qatar, far away. And TC Lim, Ko Chuwong, Brother Wu, Santidran, Hema, Kay, Jacqueline, Sue, Corina, EO, Arsai, and some others might join as we proceed. And every week, Aliana with her son, Aaron, uploading our previous videos. So we had to be very grateful for them taking extra time and then doing all that. So we can see all the videos that we've been doing in the last 3 years, almost, more than 3 years now. So having said that, we will be looking at the sutta at this point. Okay. But before that, let me have a little bit of revision with you. What are the accomplishments we have discussed so far? Before I introduce something new today about this fourth one. The first accomplishment is about, what was it?
Protection, Bhante, protection.
Now, before protection, we have to do something, right?
Initiative.
Yeah.
Uttana Sampada.
Uttana Sampada. Uttana Sampada means we need to keep our energy balance. I would say we have to become energetic people. Right. So when we say energetic, that is a very lofty word. I would say it is between lazy and not being lazy and overexcited, and then to balance out, especially lay people energy with regard to their life in all aspects. It is called Uttana Sampada. So Buddhism places a high emphasis with regard to energy management, because akusala kusala also become energy at a certain point. So number one is to create a very healthy level of energy with regard to your life. Second is protection. When you are energetic, you perhaps be doing well in your life. So then you might be acquiring money, other things, people. So then the problem at that point is how to protect things that I have acquired. I have, gain in my life. Protection is not only coming from an insurance. I think we discuss about it over and over. Protection also comes from the right attitude with regard to how we maintain those things, how we keep those things, right? And then third, last week we were talking about another accomplishment. It was about, what was the accomplishment we discussed last Friday?
Bhante, noble friends. Kalyana Mittas.
Yeah, Kalyana Mittata, accomplishment of Kalyana Mittata. Now, I want to tell you that all these are sampadas. Sampada means accomplishment. That means not just because we are doing something, it does not mean that we have it as an accomplishment, right? Think about you are doing something in your lay life. Maybe you are trying to practice a certain musical instrument. It doesn't mean that just because you are engaging with that, you are accomplishing that instrument, that you can play that instrument. That means you need the practice, that you need constant committed practice. Then you understand, I have come to a certain level in handling this particular tool. So then all these are accomplishments, not just energy, not just protection, not just Kalyana Mittas. Just like you have Kalyana Mittas in your own way, you also need to accomplish the noble friendship. Accomplishment and having Kalyana Mittas could be two different things. And how did we understand the Kalyana Mittas last Friday? Who are the Kalyana Mittas? How to understand a Kalyana Mitta? And we were talking our own criteria, and then we discuss about how did the Buddha explain how to spot a Kalyana Mitta.
People that you can associate and then converse and discuss things.
Yeah, people who you can associate.
Converse and discuss.
Yeah, converse. Then
Discuss.
discuss. But what kind of people are they? We can talk with anybody, right? In the train, in the bus, at the airport. We can talk to anybody. But these people are some special people, right? So how to spot that speciality? What are the ways to understand that speciality?
They have the same kind
Those
of
that you
faith,
can
one thing.
trust.
They have the same kind of faith, ethics, generosity, and wisdom.
Yes. Yes, Naincheng, what did you say? Saddha?
That we can trust.
Ah.
Saddha Sampana.
Saddha Sampanna is one. Second, Sila
Wiser. Sila Sampanya.
Jaga Sampanna. Panya Sampanna.
Wiser than
Jaga
us.
Sampana.
Wiser than us. Wiser than us,
Panya
Bhante.
Sampana.
Yes. Yes.
And able to support and help us when we are in need.
Yeah. I think we all expect that other people to help us. But the thing here is that those people who we need to recognize as Kalyana Mittas should have more Saddha than us. Saddha here means confidence with the Buddha Dhamma Sangha. And on another level, especially from a normal secular level, those who are having more security with regard to their life. Now, when you get to know people, they are very suspicious about themselves and other people. When you talk to them for 10 minutes, 30 minutes, and the more you talk, the more you feel that they are very insecure about their life, their family people, their money, their future, their sicknesses. So, but when you get to know someone who has some security, I would say understanding the three forms of dukkha, dukkha, viparinama dukkha, sankhara dukkha. These are the three dukkhas Buddha talks about. Dukkha means direct pain. Viparinama dukkha means changing, emotional ignorance with regard to what's happening. And third is inherent dukkha, like aging and all that. So now, although we have dukkhas, there are people who understand dukkha in a better way, in a safer way. They feel safe when they think about what's happening to them. I think we need those people, not the people, hey, see, I'm aging, I'm aging, I'm getting old every day. See, look at me and I'm getting sick. I don't know what's happening to me. And these people are really making you more, I think, wretched and then more insecure, actually. They feel secure and they will make other people secure in their speech, in their conversations, in their coffee talks, whatever the things that they are doing. Otherwise, every day you are hearing, see what's happening to me. I don't know what I have done. Maybe something wrong in my life. And more insecurities are embedded in those things. So trust, not even trust. And you see those people, they are having more discipline than you. Sila Sampada. Those ones who have more generosity than you. They are very generous in terms of talking, engaging with you. Not even that, even accommodating more than you in conversations. They are very much accommodating. When you talk something to them, they are very accommodative. Not that you are doing a very big dana the other day, but on the next day, when you hear someone's problem, that person might not even want to listen to that problem. right? So real generous people are very accommodating about the situation. They want to do something. They want to support them in whatever the way. Finally, Panya Sampada. Panya Sampada means wisdom. Wisdom here means wisdom with regard to right view, right intention, and the overall Dhamma path, and being able to see the even in today's topic, what you are looking at the end, financial reality, understanding the reality with regard to finances, understanding the reality with regard to life. So that kind of panya. So Buddha asked Dīghajāṇu to associate those who emulate you with regard to saddha, sila, chaga, panya. So next time when you want to make a kalyana mitta, it is not just the one who gives you a ride to the temple. It is not the one who gives you a small, tiny things to you. They will be good friends, but in order for someone to become a kalyana mitta, one has to grow, one has to show that I grow in my own saddha, sila, chaga, panya. This is what we discuss. So that is called accomplishment of kalyana mitta. So do you think that you can get it in 1 day, 2 day, 3 months, 2, 3 years? This kalyana mitta, accomplishment of kalyana mitta, not kalyana mittas, huh? Accomplishment of kalyana mitta, the fruition, the complete level of kalyana mitta. Can you get it in 1, 2 months, 3, 4, 5, 6 years? No. We don't know the people. People can change anytime. So we want to stay together and see how things work, and then overall looking at what's happening, right? Because what we know at the end is change. Change will be the happiness and also will be the unhappiness. So then over the course of time, we get to understand that Kalyana Mittata is not just a one-day encounter in the temple or somewhere else. It is something, a continuous, committed, consistent Dhamma kind of relationship over the course of time. So this is what we discussed last Friday. And today, as I said earlier, we are talking about balanced finances. That means sama-jīvikatā. Now, for those people who have never heard that Buddha talking about the finances, what would you think about it? Let me ask you. Normally, when you listen to a Dhamma talk, oftentimes you are hearing about life is suffering, we are dying, we are getting old, right? People are changing. Nibbana is the only way to get rid of all these things. So when we look at this side, this is not wrong actually. This is correct. This is correct. But the problem is this is only one part of Dhamma. Keep in mind, this is only one section of Dhamma. One area of the Dhamma. But what if that you are saying Dhamma is only this thing and there's nothing else Buddha talks about? That is a really unfair treatment to the Buddha. Because if we don't get to read the overall message of the Buddha and we only pick up certain 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 suttas and then we say, this is Buddhism. This is the Buddhism and you should learn that thing. I think that is a misunderstanding. That is why today you will learn how did the Buddha ask lay people to manage their finances. Why? Because they have to accomplish their finances as a reality. Not that you have to earn money. No. You have to accomplish the balanced finances one day. In modern world, we will say financial freedom because most people are tied to the credit life, and they even cannot think about how to pay off, how to go with. Sometimes they make very messed up decisions with regard to money, which affects everybody life, right? Okay, so this is very important in that case as a layperson to understand. How did the Buddha ask you to manage your finances? The Buddha is saying, balance your finances. Sama means, what does sama mean? Sama?
Equal, right?
Sama, yeah, one meaning of sama is equal. And then another meaning is?
Right.
Ah?
Is it right?
Sama, not samma. Not some. Okay, let me, I think I have to clarify that. I'm asking sama, not sama, okay? Not sama.
No, double M.
Huh? Okay, see. Yeah, we have to clarify the words properly. Not sama. I'm asking sama.
Even,
Balance.
Even is not
Even or equal, level,
balance,
similar.
equal. Then
balanced,
balance. Yeah,
same,
balance. Sama here exactly
Ah.
means balance. Right? Yeah, balance. So
Malay
G,
word is same. Sama.
sama means balance. Yes, S-A-M-A. Okay. Then sama-jīvikatā. Jīvikatā means life. Kata means the way how someone is making a living with regard to living that life. Sama. That means how to make a living with regard to how to make a balanced living with regard to living. Yeah. So sama-jīvikatā means how to make a balanced living. So we want to understand this balanced living exactly how the Buddha said from finances. Let's take a look. So there's a bit of Pali section. So I would like some of you to read so get to understand. And we also find out Tula scale in the text. Let's see. Okay. So who would like to read from perhaps at least say maybe first person will be reading the first two, one and two. Yeah, first one and second one. Yes, you can raise your virtual hand. Yes, Kim, please go ahead. Katamacha.
Thank you, Bhante.
Yes.
Katamacha Bhyagapaja sama-jīvikatā. Ida Bhyagapaja Kulaputtu Ayangcha Boganang Viditva.
Bogana.
Boganang Viditva. Vayangcha Boganang Viditva. Saman-jīvikang kapati na chogalham natihinang evam me ayo vayang pariyadaya tasati nurture vayo ayang pariyadaya tasatiti.
Okay, great.
Thank
Now
you.
the Buddha is asking, what is sama-jīvikatā? Balanced living, balanced finances. Ida Bhagapaja, Kulaputtu Ayancha Boganam Viditva. Vayancha Boganam Viditva. Now we have to understand what is Aya, what is Vaya. You can see Aya means income, that means income, and Vaya means expenses. Okay. Ayancha Boganam Viditva. Vayancha Boganam Viditva. Again, sama-jīvikatā kappeti. Very importantly, two words. Nacho galham natihina. These are very important aspects with regard to spending money, which means nacho galham means neither overspending, natihina means no underspending. Now, Buddha talks about two things with regard to managing money, balancing money. Number one is we should never overspend and we should never underspend. I think you may have not heard this part. The Buddha is talking about overspending is problematic and underspending is also problematic. So this is what the Buddha is saying about balancing finances. But there are more to learn here. Evam, this is what the person thinks personally. Evam me ayo vayang pariyadaya tassati. Nacha me vayo ayang pariyadaya tassati. Here Bhagapacha, a gentleman, we would add female as well, lady. knowing his or her income. Ayancha bhogam viditva, knowing. Ayancha bhogam, one's own income. Vayancha bhogam viditva, knowing his or her expenses, income expenses. Sama-jīvikatā kappeti, maintains a balanced finances. How to maintain a balanced living? It is by nacho galhang, neither overspending, natihinang, no underspending. Okay, this is how she is living now. A good person, right? And with now, while he or she is not overspending and not underspending, while he or she is doing as such, maintaining income expenses this way, she also thinks this way. Evaṁ me ayo vayam pariyādāya tassati. In this way, my income will stand having exceeded my expenses, and my expenses will not stand having exceeded my income. So that means pariyādāya means exceeding. Tassati means stand. Pariyādāya means exceeding. Now, what does it mean in short? That means, I think this is a very normal idea. I think you all know in your own way, but there's something very interesting here. Overspending part and underspending part. This is something we have to discuss. But you all know that we are not supposed to spend beyond the income, right? And that is one part. At the same time, the opposite side with regard to spending, say, in this way, my income will stand having exceeded my expenses. That means my income has to go beyond my expenses, and my expenses will not stand having exceeded my income. So, in short, regardless of whatever the job, or maybe if you are retired, whatever the money you are having in your life at this point, the Buddha is asking you to plan ahead with regard to income and expenses. This is not that at the end of the day you sleep by looking at the digits. Today I spend like 200 for this and 500 for that, and then you sleep. And then if things were not spent nicely, you are very unhappy. And then it's not that kind of a craving based calculating money every day, and you may have to calculate, but if you're always looking for the digits every night, and even every morning you get to see the phone, you see all the bills in the phone. You're not seeing any positive message on your phone. You see, okay, how many bills I got today, right? 4 bills, internet, electric, hydraulic bill, and all, gas bill, all that. And then at night you are counting money. This is not that kind of an idea. Yes, you will have to look at it in a way. But what the Buddha is saying is that at the end of the day, you have a firm idea that I am not spending more than my income, and my income has to go beyond my expenses. This is something that we have to not just have to have an idea, have to be our what do you call financial management initially must be at that level. And Buddha adds 2 things to think about with regard to that management. He said neither overspending, no underspending. Actually, Buddha is saying 2 people, two wrong people who are messing up in their financial management. In the sutta later on, I would tell you now, just to make you curious, Udumbara Khadi. This is the first messed up person with regard to money. Udumbara Khadi means fig eater. Fig is a fruit at that time. Fig eater. Second one is called Ajetta Marana. We will discuss them. Ajetta Marana means the starving with food person, an extremely excessively frugal person. So these 2 people are messing up in their financial management. They are not understanding. They are actually overspending, and one is overspending. Udumbara Khadi is overspending. Ajetta Marana is underspending. Very interestingly. So Buddha has examples about these 2 people. Back to the text, and then we will ask someone else to read this part, 3 and 4. Anybody who would like to read? Yes, anyone who would like to read? Third and fourth. Yes, Melinda, please go ahead.
Bhante, I try, yeah?
Yes, please.
Saya tapi berkepaja tudadaro wa tudadaran devasi wa tudam pagahetua janati eta kena wa onatam eta kena wa undatam ti ewan mewan ko berkepaja kula puto ayancha boganam viditwa wayancha boganam viditwa sama-jīvikam kapeti nachogaham natihinam ewan me ayo vayam pariyadaya tatsati na cha me vayo ayam pariyadaya tatsati ti.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
So now the Buddha is giving us an example about a very good financial manager. See, we are our own financial managers, right? So this is the example, an appraiser. Tuladhar, an appraiser. Sayatapi Vyagapacha Tuladharu. What is Tula means? Tula means? This is the Tula. Tula means scale. Pali word Tula means scale. Then Sayatapi Vyagapacha Tuladharuva Tuladharan Tevasi. Someone who is an appraiser or his assistant, or someone who is training to become an appraiser. When holding up a scale, they have to know by this much it is low, by this much it is high. I think it's something normal, right? When they are trying to scale up, they have to understand how much or how heavy is this, and then how are we going to monetize on the other hand. Then the Buddha is saying that in the same way, just like how an appraiser or maybe his trainee is going to hold up a scale, and by understanding that this much is low, this much is high, in the same way, we, especially you as lay people, you need to know that this is overspending and this is underspending. So I have to avoid overspending, I have to avoid underspending, and I have to have a balanced finances. How it is by not exceeding my income should not exceed my expenses, and my expenses should not exceed my income. Okay, that's very clear. Now Buddha is talking about the two wrong people who are messing up in the finances. You can see Udumbara Khadi here. Second one, Ajetta Marana. Okay. If I think I will read to save the time from this point onwards. Sache ayang Vyagapajja kulaputto appayo samano ularang jīvikam kappeti. Tassa bhavanti vattaro udumbara khadi. Khadi means eating. Udumbara, fig eater. Vayang kulaputto bhoge khadati. If Vyagapajja, gentleman or lady with small income. Small income means appayo samano. Small income. Income is very small. Lives an opulent life. A life that is so extravagant. Opulent life. And then what will happen? Tassa bhavanti vattaro. Then people start saying, this gentleman lady consumes his or her wealth like a fig eater. Who is a fig eater? A fig eater is someone who eats up the figs. This is one of the fruits in their possession without thinking about tomorrow. Are there people like that who are consuming everything in one day? Money, everything in our this applied world. There are some cultures, right? There are some cultures, they earn money during the day. By night, they go eat. They eat, they drink everything. And then by tomorrow morning, they are going to start earning back again, right? Medical is free, insurances are all taken care of the government. They don't have to worry about it, especially some of the cultures. There are people as such. They only earn money as a pocket money, just for food and drinking habits. Right? There are such cultures existing. Not even the cultures as such. You think about, you are living in a country where government takes care of health, free health. You don't spend any single penny for seeing a doctor, laboratory tests, surgeries, and you only have to get rid of your mental agony about the cancer, mental agony about the sickness, and the rest government will take care of you. And what are the other things? You're getting a lot of things. I mean, you are having a pension from the government, old age security. So on one side, you are getting money. On the other hand, your medical expenses are covered. So then what are people now looking up to? Maybe they need some pocket money to eat, drink, hang around with the people during the day, and tomorrow morning they want to earn money back again. So, but not every country is like this. Huh? You have to earn your own money for your medical expenses, laboratory tests, surgeries. You can't ask from your children, right? So now, regardless of the cultures, countries, there may be someone who is going to finish all the income, maybe the income that he or she is earning in one day, or maybe the income he got from inheritance, or maybe the salary within a short amount of time. So the Buddha is saying this person is called someone who is overspending. This is someone called fig eater. Actually, I don't know how many of you have heard this tree called Udumbara fig. The idea is that someone who goes near the fig tree going to shake the whole tree, not wanting to pluck only one fruit. Then what happened? You are not eating all the fruits. You are letting them drop. All the fruits going to drop down. Nobody's going to eat those fruits. So Buddha is saying fig eater is someone who is simply wasting all the fruits in the fig tree, who is earning money, her own money, and spending all the money within a short amount of time. And Buddha said, this is not a good person with regard to handling money. See how wise is the Buddha to give an idea to lay people that you should not overspend, especially your income with regard to the expenses. So once again, what's the name of this person? Udumbara Kadi. You can see fig eater. Let me see. Udumbara Kada. You can see Kadi. Fig eater. A fig eater is someone who eats up the figs in the opposite. Let's say he or she finishes all the things without thinking about tomorrow. Are we supposed to think about tomorrow when we are earning money? That's a very good question. What would you think about it? I think we can go this way. I mean, slowly we are talking about this aspect. Are all cultures thinking the same way, that we have to think about tomorrow when we are spending money?
No, not all cultures.
Not all cultures think that way, right? Asian cultures definitely think about
Westerners, no.
not even tomorrow, tonight. Yeah, maybe the evening, morning they are learning how to survive by the evening, and tomorrow is definitely tomorrow, and next month. And but some cultures, they might not think about it. They have their own ways of thinking. I mean, we can't say anything wrong about it, but that's how they think about it. So then the Buddha is asking, no, you have to think about a plan with regard to your income, and then how they are going to be spent. Because in case you're gonna overspend, you're going to mess up with your finances. That's number one. Second, now I'm going to talk about the second wrong person with regard to financial management. Ajetta Marana. See, Ajetta Marana. Sache Panayang Byagapaja Kulaputto Mahayo. Now this person earns a lot of money. This one, Appayo Sama. Less money. But this one, Mahayo Sama. Lots of money. Kasirang-jīvikatā, but the life is very wretched. Earning lots of money, but the way how he or she is living, very poor. Not wearing enough, not eating healthy food, not giving to other people. Sometimes there are people who you can see following this way. Jīvika kapeli. Tassa bhavanti vattavo. Now then the people looking at that kind of a person having lots of money but living very badly, very poorly, they are saying this person is called as a ajetta marana person. Ajetta marana vayam kulaputto marissati. Can see this gentleman say, but if Vyagapacha, gentleman with a large income, lives a wretched life, people will say of him, this gentleman lady will die like one who starves to death without having eaten what is at hand. Okay, now the ajetta marana person is the starving. There's a typo here. There should be an N. Starving with food person is someone who has a large income but lives a wretched, stingy, overly frugal life. I think we have to be frugal. We have to be frugal, but we don't have to be excessively frugal. Then we are going to cross the boundary, the Buddha's financial boundary. The Buddha's financial boundary is saying that don't overspend, don't underspend, underspend. And then, as you can see, it is the same thing over here. We discussed this part earlier. Ayang uchati Bhagapajja sama-jīvikatā. Then Bhagapajja Dīghajāṇu. This is called balanced living. That means when you are neither overspending, no underspending, and your income is not going, when your income is going above the expenses and your expenses are going below the income, that is the perfect healthy level of sama-jīvikatā. That is the level that as lay people you have to achieve as an accomplishment. This won't happen in one day. It will take time, but at least you know that is the perfect level. Then the Buddha is talking about what are the problems with regard to the earned money. It's very interesting. First he talk about the need to become financially balanced. Then he talks about two people who are messing up in the finances. Then he is talking about what are the problems with regard to when you are having a lot of money, or maybe you have some money, little money or medium money, big money. Then what are the problems that one will go through when you have money? So there are 4 drawbacks according to this actually. Let's see. We call them apaya mukha. What does apaya mean? Apaya. Apaya. Have you heard this? Have you seen this, come across this Pali word before?
Apaya, hell.
Apaya means hell in Pali, right? One meaning. Another meaning of apaya here means destruction, ruin, destruction or ruin, right? Now, there are destructions or ruins. Maybe there are what you call downfalls with regard to your money. What are the downfalls? Let's take a look at them. Itti-dutto, Sura-dutto, Akka-dutto, and this whole phrase together. Papa mitto, Papa sahayo, Papa sampavanko. Number 1, number 2, number 3. This whole thing is number 4. What are the dangers or downfalls to your money, your hard-earned money, whatever the money, inherited money, hard-earned money, business money, any money? Number 1 is Itti-dutta means debauchery. Itti means woman, someone who is addicted to women. We can take the other way around too, someone who is addicted to men, right? So when someone is addicted to, I'm talking addicted to a man or a woman, this could be the biggest downfall in anybody's money. I remember there was a taxi driver who shared with me a story when I went to Sri Lanka two times ago. I mean, my to probably a few months ago. He was talking about someone who was selling hand phones long time ago, when the hand phones came to the market, early 2000. And then how he started the business, and he was very entrepreneurial, very then what do you call, energetic, Uttana Sampada. And but what happened? Only one person changed the whole business, and he was addicted to a certain person. And he was talking, I was working under him. He was supposed to land, descend from a helicopter, his own helicopter. But what happened? Now he has nothing. He was super broke. He was bankrupt because he was addicted to somebody. So we can see that the Buddha's wisdom is everywhere. Even you see money and wealth, superficial, artificial improvements of people, but finally they got down to the bottom of everything because of an addiction. So the first problem with regard to balancing finances is addicting to someone. It can be a man, it can be a woman in today's world. It is debauchery. Number 2 is that sura, dutto. Sura means liquor. If someone becomes alcoholic, or maybe looking always going after different alcohol, different drinks, different looking after what is that drink, let's drink it, and so much into drinking these not even alcohol actually. Now sura can be fermented drinks, any fermented drink, because Buddha talks about sura meraya, right? Sura is fermented drinks or food. Meraya means, what is meraya? Sura is fermented food and beverages. Can you give me an example? Fermented food. The sura
Rice.
means, huh?
Rice.
Rice. Rice is not fermented, but when we eat a lot, when we eat lot of rice, it will become fermented in our body,
Intoxicated.
inside of our body, right? Rice is not fermented, but the process will go through a lot of fermentation. So then even the pastry products, right? Sometimes they're adding some other stuff. So that the first thing is fermented food, then fermented drinks, then distilled drinks. What is that? Distilled drinks. Distilled mean concentrated one, very much concentrated alcoholic beverages, right? So then the problem is not that someone is socially drinking. Buddha never said that drinking alcohol must be prohibited. If possible, it's a very good thing if someone can avoid. But depending on how people have to live in today's world, we have to understand what's going on. But if they cannot discipline themselves with regard to how much and how they are going to consume them, I think they are into a big problem. If they become alcoholic, oh, the problem is way, way terrible. So that's how we are looking at this. Avoiding is much better. If someone cannot avoid due to the nature of the job, at least know that I am mindful about it. And what if that you suddenly become alcoholic just because of a personal problem, your untamed craving, then big issues. So now let us say someone has a good income or someone has some money, but because of the addiction to the what you call sura, that can fermented and distilled food drinks, that person is going through a very big downfall with regard to that money. That money will not stay with money, wealth will not stay with him or her. Second problem. Third problem is, that is also a very prevalent issue. Akka dutto, akka. You can see here, akka. Akka dutto means gambling. Akka means gambling. If someone becomes addicted to gambling, then what will happen to that person's money? Right? Right? I think gambling is I think we discussed that last Friday about, I think, someone's mother. I think if I can remember something. That was a small, I think it's more like a play. But we are here talking about a big type of casino, or maybe what do you call Criscat, or maybe that kind of a sporting star kind of a thing, looking for money, spending money to get some money. Casino apps, maybe gambling apps, even, you know, well, the thing is the lottery, the idea of lottery, it might be different, but the idea that I spend 10, 20, 30, I keep buying, and I'm thinking that I have some money one day, and I'm trying to chase to somebody's experience. You've been buying 20 years, and 20 in the 21st year you got that million dollar something. So I have to keep doing that to chase to your leverage to your experience. I think it can be a sort of gambling in a way. It might be. I'm not saying that it's bad, but if it becomes an addiction, even buying a lottery, if it becomes an addiction, not once in a while someone buy it. If it becomes an addiction, every time you go to the market, you go to the lottery shop, I want to buy this. If it becomes an addiction, I think you are an akkaduttu. You are an akkaduttu, definitely. You will not stop buying one lottery. And you will say, no, I'm not going to buy this. I will buy from online. Huh? Then when you buy online, you will see what will happen to your pocket at that point, right? Because you don't see any physical lottery at that point. So then the idea here is akkaduttu. Akkaduttu means addiction to gambling. This is the third downfall for money. You don't have to be a millionaire, okay? You might be a normal person, but if you get addicted to gambling, if you get addicted to what do you call fermented food and drinks, distilled food and drinks, if you get addicted to a man or woman addicted, then these three definitely lead to downfall. The fourth one, very interesting. This is the opposite of what we discussed last Friday. Yeah? Papa mitto, let's see here, Papa mitto, Papa sahayo, Papa sampavanko. Who are the bad friends, Papa mitto? Papa sahayo, bad companions. Papa sampavanko, bad associates. Do you see any difference between friends, companions, and associates in English or in your culture? Do you take them differently? Friends, companions, and associates in three separate ways. A friend is a normal friend. Then who is a companion? Who is a companion?
Is it your husband or wife?
Think close to us.
Spouse, best friends,
Best friend?
spouse,
Spouse, companion.
Partners.
Spouse.
Think close to
Partners.
you.
Partners. Because in one of the suttas, Buddha is saying your best friend is your spouse. Huh? In one of the suttas, I think in Samyutta Nikaya, Bharya or Paramo Saka. Your wife should be the best friend. It might not happen. Your spouse. Yeah. And you should have married the best friend, right? But anyways. And then who is an associate? Associate?
Business.
Business partner.
Business partner.
Business
Business partner.
partners. Very interesting category. Friends, spouse partner, then business partners. Business people. What if someone is messing up with these three people? Actually, the selection, someone is to choose bad friends, bad partners, and bad business partners. What will happen to that person? Definitely we understand if you choose a bad friend, Papa Mitta, opposite of Kalyana Mitta, you will struggle a lot. And then what if that your selection to be choose a companion is going to be unwise too, and then you chose to be with someone who should not deserve your life at that point? I think that's more terrible, right? Struggling every day, morning to evening, even at night, sleeping, dreams. And then what if your business is going to become a problem because you You are with wrong people. They are not the people that you should do the business. What will happen? So that means the Buddha asks us to select people carefully. The best word is wisely. Select people wisely. Just because people come to you, you don't associate them, right? You are just saying, I have metta for you. But this companionship, friendship, partnership with business or something like that must be done with some wisdom. Then we can be happy about us in the long run. So that means if you have wrong friends with you, if you have a wrong spouse with you, if you have a wrong business partner with you, you will mess up with regard to your finances. How many times we hear about, I had some inheritance from my mom's side, but my husband, I mean, he screwed up. He actually he ruined all my things. He actually sold to somebody at that time. I think that was a unwise selling at that time, because the person, and maybe you are helping with somebody, maybe the people you are associating, they are always trying to take money from you, borrow money from you, and then you can't maintain your friendships, right? And then you don't like friends anymore because you have been given bad experiences, trauma about lending money and borrowing money. And then what about your business people that you thought that they would be able to keep up with me in my business, certain jobs? They become the wrong people. Definitely, they affect your managing money, balancing your finance. So now, then there are 4 downfalls to your money. The first one is addicted to man, woman, addicted to fermented food and drinks or distilled food and drinks, addicted to gambling, addicted to
Womanizing.
uh,
Womanizing.
yeah, we discussed that in
Bad friend.
yeah,
Ah.
addicted to wrong friends and wrong associating wrong partner,
Companion,
and then
wrong partner, business
and
partner.
business partners. Not even the business partners, any partnership that you are having other than your spouse, friends. I think that could be a formal partnership. It might be a business, it might be an association, it might be a gathering, it might be a company, anything. When the wrong people are with you, I think everything will become wrong. So now we know 4 downfalls. So we have to keep them in mind. And the Buddha is saying, Buddha is giving an example to these 4 as well, these 4 downfalls. What's the example? Sayyatapi Bhyaggapacca Mahato Talakassa Chattari Cheva Ayamukani Chattaricha Apayamukani. Now Buddha is telling Bhyaggapacca, there is a large reservoir with 4 inlets and 4 outlets. Ayamukani means inlets, Apayamukani means outlets. Now we are understanding there's a large reservoir which has 4 inlets for those that the water is coming in, and then 4 outlets when there is an emergency, they want to just release the excessive water. Now what is happening with regard to this reservoir is tassa puriso yani cheva ayamukani inlets tani pidahi. Pidahi means block. Now there is a man or woman who is going to block the inlets. Now water is not coming inside to the reservoir. Yanicha apayamukani tani vivareya. And then open the outlets. There is someone who is taking care of a large reservoir, and he's closing the inlets and then releasing the doors of the outlets. What will happen? Water is not coming inside. The existing water will run out. Yes, go out. Devochana samma dharan anuppa vechaya. Devo means, what does Devo mean? Devo.
Rain.
One.
Devo means rain. Right? Devo Deva has many meaning. One meaning is Devo means, what's the very popular meaning of Deva?
Deity. Devas.
Devas. Devas means, who are the Devas?
Ruka Deva, Bhumi Deva.
Yeah, there are two types of Deva we know, Bhummatta Deva and Akasatta Deva. Yani the Bhutani, Samagatani, Bummani Vaya, Niva Antalike, Bummani. That means what you call terrestrial Deva, ground Deva, earth Deva, and then Antalike, sky Deva and terrestrial Deva. Under terrestrial Deva, we have so many Deva, Naga, then Rukka Deva, tree spirits and all that. Then how does the word Deva come? Divyati. Divyati means Deva are very playful people. They want to play every time with very playful people, happy playful people. So the Pali word Deva comes, Divyati, they want to play all the time. You're too much happy, you want to play with somebody, right? Devo. And another meaning of Deva means rain. Devo vasatu kalena. May the rain rain at the right time. Now the problem is that man or lady blocking all the inlets, releasing all the outlets. Now water is going, even the existing water is going. New water is not coming in. At this time, what will happen? There is no Deva also, no rainfall as well, no raining. Devocha sammadharang anuppavicche. Now what will happen? Evaṁ hitassa bhyagapajja mahato talakassa parihanieva patikanka. Means expect, you have to expect the dwindle. No buddhi, no growth. Expect. That means one would expect the large reservoir to dwindle, not increase. This is a very interesting idea. That means while the Buddhist is not overspending, neither overspending nor underspending, trying to let the money flow come in and trying to manage the expenditures as appropriately. Not just like someone who is blocking all the inlets and then releasing all the outlets, right? I think that is what many people are doing. Okay, because of the timing, we have to get going. And then, evamevaṁ bhyagapajja evaṁ samuppannānaṁ bhogānaṁ cattari apāyamukāni. In the same way, Bhyagapajja, wealth acquired in this way, there are 4 channels of destruction. What are they? Itidutto, Suradutto, Akadutto, friends and companions, business partners. Okay, now we understand that the Buddha is saying that we have to understand the financial reality. Now, those meditators, what they are doing actually, what they are being asked to do by meditation teachers when they go to meditation, you need to understand the reality, right? You must do vipassana. You have to see things as they are. And in the same way, we have to look at the financial reality. If we don't understand the financial reality, then we will mess up in the finances. That's why the Buddha is saying a Buddhist who follows the Buddha's teachings should not overspend, no underspend, not become a fig eater by overspending, not become the starving with food person by underspending. So every Buddhist lay people must avoid these two and not overspend and not underspend. And every Buddhist should understand there are 4 downfalls to their wealth, money. They are addiction to man, woman, addiction to fermented food and drinks, and distilled food and drinks, and then addiction to gambling, and addiction to wrong friends, wrong spouse, and then worry, and all the other business partnership people. Now we are going to the note. We won't be able to look at all that, but I would like to show you the most important things. Number 1 is what we learned from this part of sama-jīvikatā is you need to know your income precisely. That is very important. The Buddha emphasizes on knowing your earnings prevents overestimating resources. At the same time, you're supposed to know your expenses precisely. I think we have to discuss these two in more details. Live within your means, nacho galhan. That means not overspending. What does it mean? Avoid overspending beyond your capacity. Credit card, debt, or loans for non-essential luxuries are modern forms of imbalance. I think the biggest problem that we have is people overspend with the credit for the non-essentials. I think this is the biggest issue in today's world. It's not debit, it might be credit, and using credit to buy non-essentials and luxury stuff without a plan. Overspending is not just a money issue, it creates stress, dependence on debt, and a constant chase to catch up. In the Buddha's time, this was living in a style beyond one's income. Today, it's credit cards, balances, and payday loans, and many more. Some of the things that we can think about. Track our real disposable income. This is something very closer to Singhalavada Sutta's idea. How much we need, how much we want, how much we save, that idea, same idea that we know in the Singhalavada Sutta. The Buddha said, break your income into 4 groups. If it is 1,000, this is just a shadow idea. You won't be able to do it the same way, an idea. 1 portion for the personal expenses, and 2 portions for the investment, and 1 portion for the savings. So it's something similar to this. Limit credit use to essentials. Post big purchases, I mean, not continuously spending for non-essentials. And this is interesting to avoid lifestyle creep. If your income increases, upgrade saving first, not just spending. So that means overspending must be minimized actually. That is what the Buddha said by nacho galha. Then underspending. This is also very interesting. I think we have discussed that more. Nati hina, avoid harmful underspending. Don't cut costs so severely than it harms health, education, relationship. That means there are certain expenses that you have to spend without condition. You can't control it. Wise spending supports well-being and productivity. Health, budget for health, annual checkups, dental visits, mental health support. Are people saving up money for these aspects? Or when they only have extra money, they are thinking about their medical checkups and all that. So the Buddha is saying that we have to save money for the, we have to spend money for them. We can't be frugal for them. Quality is important. Durable things, ergonomic work tools, nutrient-rich food. Invest in skills, education, even this Sutta class, right? You don't get any money at the end of the Sutta class, but what you are earning at the end is, this is wealth for your life. This is wealth for your sansaric journey till you attain Nibbana. You won't be able to get it for some money by doing a course. That's why you are coming. So what you are investing here is the spiritual wealth. That is very hard to earn in today's world because people don't make time for that. Okay, so then this means, say for instance, in the Buddha time, it meant a wealthy person living like a beggar. Today, it can mean skipping healthcare, eating poorly, refusing to invest in education just to save a little. Have you seen some people who are extremely frugal in their life?
Yes.
How do you
Yes.
look at them actually? The way how you look at them. And have you also seen their irony after that? When they pass away, how they passed away and what happened to their money, wealth, and they knew what happened. Anybody want to share anything very short?
Yeah, Bhante.
Yeah, make it short, please. Yeah.
There are some who stinge on their own food and clothing, housing, and all that. When they die, they leave a lot of money, and the children fight for it like mad, and all of them become enemies. They are not friends anymore. So it's such a pity that it happens this way.
Very interesting, right? Recently, I was listening to a short Dhamma talk in Sri Lanka. There was a Sangha member who was giving a Dhamma talk in Sinhala and asking the devotees in that group, can you please write a will for your money? And then he was thinking, I don't know whether Buddha had talked to give a will. Actually, yes, the Buddha did ask lay people to make a will in the Pattakama Sutta. So why the Buddha asked lay people to make a will? Why? Because to minimize future hassles among family friends. Because when you die, if your children are going to fight each other, what kind of mess you are leaving behind? I think you are not a good person at that point. And if you are thinking, I start my world, I end my world with me, and I don't care about what will happen to my money, and then you are leaving a big mess behind you. Your children become monsters at that point. They never know how monstrous they can become at that point for the money, right? They want to find out their own share from mother, father. Buddha did say, please do that. Then you are a good Buddhist because you know you are dying and you are planning the money and how the money should be distributed properly. Buddhists always listen to Dhamma talks that we are dying, 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 dying. Unfortunately, most Buddhists are thinking the message that we have to get from is that we have to be sad. We have to just let go. We have to die. No, you need to do a lot of things because of this idea. You have to plan for your death and you have to plan for the after death situation. What will happen when I die one day? How will my children do it actually in without any problem, without creating their issues with regard to money, their roles and all that? I think everybody should think, and then they should pass away having created that peaceful after death situation. Not that they are always listening, we will die, so I want to do more good karma, that's enough. I think that's a very selfish way of looking at death and your merit and your meritorious journey. You need to think about what will happen because it will happen one day. It might not be tomorrow. It will happen for certain one day. So we have to get ready. So that's why people who don't think that, they excessively become frugal, and then what will happen? They are leaving a mess, and then finally, maybe the banks are very lucky to use those money. Government will be very happy to use those money. Actually, you could have done something before that person passed. So the Buddha said, don't be fig eater, one who is overspending. Don't be the ajetta marana, starving with food person. You need to spend for the necessary things, definitely. If a Buddhist is not spending enough, I mean, for the things that he or she is supposed to spend, that could be a problem. Then that person will have some blame with regard to that. So then, do not overspend, do not underspend. Let us finish this part. Maintain a sustainable balance. The Buddha's principle here, sama-jīvikatā, means income should not be consumed before expenses, and expenses should not overtake income. Mirrors the modern spend less than. This same idea. Number 6, regularly review financial position, like the Tuladhara. Tuladhara means scalekeeper, appraiser, adjusting for imbalance. Periodically review and recalibrate your budget to reflect income or cost challenges. I think changes. I think a lot of bank apps, they have it. I mean, when you do some spending, they have these apps to see it. I mean, just to see whether you are a wise spender, whether you are overspending, right? Whether you are excessively frugal in spending. You can see that a lot of bank apps, a lot of financial apps, when you are using a certain app, they have a certain place for looking at that. So try to look at it too. That will give you an idea about your spending and then earning habits. Guarding wealth from loss. I think we discussed that. Again, we will look at it. Why does someone get addicted to someone, man or woman? Sexual misconduct and wasteful indulgence. Expensive affairs, reckless dating expenses. That's interesting, huh? Expensive affairs. And with regard to addiction to someone, doesn't know how to manage this person. Buddhism is not against dating someone. Buddhism is not again someone who is physically having a relationship with. But the problem is, what if the person is so addicted to people, one by one after another person? This could definitely give a very hard time, very big time to that man or woman. Second, addiction to intoxicant, money lost in alcohol, drugs, or other harmful addictions. We discussed that. Gambling, from casinos to speculative online betting and high-risk trading. Bad company, papamitta. What were the other two names? Papamitta, Papa Sahaya, Papa Sangpavanka. So, friends who normalize harmful spending or lead into risky ventures. I think we should discuss that. Do you have friends who normalize harmful spending, extreme spending? It's okay, just have it. They are having a naive justification. I mean, it's okay, don't worry, They normalize it. So this is kind of risking the wealth. I mean, if you are spending for the wrong thing. You can see bad company. One of the symptom of this is friends who normalize harmful spending, leading to risky ventures. So please keep an eye on that. Close financial leakages. Just as a reservoir loses water if its outlets are open, identify recurring money drains like unused subscriptions, penalties, impulsive purchases. Do we have impulsive purchasing habits? Impulsive, compulsive purchasing habits? May I know
Yes.
from someone maybe not doing that, at least, who has observed that?
Yes.
Yes, what kind of impulsive purchasing habit is that?
Shopping non-stop.
Oh, non-stop shopping. That's too bad, right? Non-stop shopping. And then what else? What leads us to non-stop shopping actually? Just because I see something nice.
Temptation.
Your house is not spacious to bring all these stuff from the shopping malls.
Yeah.
That's a small house.
Temptation.
Bad habit, habitual.
It has become compulsive, impulsive habit, right?
Temptations, Bhante.
Yeah.
Temptations. I think we all have temptations, to be honest. But the thing is that how we manage our temptations, how are we going to process those temptations is the most important thing. So Buddhist wisdom helps us to manage them. Then how to manage them? Two things. Don't overspend. Don't underspend. That's the way.
Don't stupid.
How do I know I overspend? I go to the mall, I keep buying. I can't
Buy
afford.
things that you don't need.
And then suddenly your friend says, how much you spent today. I don't look at the price tags until I go to the checkout. Oh, really? So much money. Huh? You don't look at the price tags, barcodes. And then you become very overwhelmed. How come my friend can afford that much money? And she doesn't look at the price tags until the person is going to scan them. So we don't have to follow those people. They may have their different spending habits.
Bhante, especially when there's a cheap sale, it is
Overbuy.
Yeah, haywire. They buy things that they don't need. So the food, especially canned food, and they buy until they are over the expired dates, and then they have to throw them away. I've seen friends doing that.
Herd instinct. Sometimes can be herd instinct. You see so many people buy and then you say, wow, must be very good.
No, I don't think that when you have a sale like clearance for chips, you're going to buy two packs of chips.
Right.
At least some healthy chips, baked one, not fried one. I mean, if you buy some, but not every week and all that, right? I mean, we don't. Buddhism does not ask to make it zero. At least you understand you have a temptation, and you know your temptation. How to make it to a minimum? Actually, some people can make it to a minimum, right? So chips is one thing, and then what are the other things? Perhaps clearance stuff, right?
Yeah.
Any other examples with regard to compulsive buying habits?
Herd instinct, Bhante.
What's that?
Herd instincts. HERD.
Herd
Herd instinct.
like
You mean
Just
Follow
follow the
others.
crowd.
Yeah,
Follow
buy.
the crowd by
There's a
blindly.
big crowd.
Yeah, hoarding.
Mm.
Panic buying, panic buying.
Yeah.
You get to see
Oh.
tissue papers, you see clearance price. You buy
Monkey
whole
do.
tissue boxes, 20
Bhante,
tissue boxes, you bring him back home.
monkey see, monkey do.
Yes. Yeah, you want to explain a little bit more?
Huh?
You want to explain more about it?
No, you see them buying, so you just follow whether you
Yeah,
need it or
herd
not. You just
instinct lah. That is
Yeah,
herd
so-
instinct.
so
yeah,
here-
monkey see, monkey do.
Yes. So then, with regard to products, not even products, what about subscriptions online? Think about they subscribe to all the websites and everything.
Yeah.
And finally, they are saying, I get a lot of info. I don't know how to unsubscribe now. Why do you subscribe to all these things? You get a lot of information, many messages to your phone now.
Yeah.
Compels you subscribing to unnecessary places.
Yeah.
Right? So in this way, what does the Buddha here say is that having temptation is normal as we understand, but knowing my temptation and how to make it to a minimum without overspending, without underspending for the right things is the good thing. And then finally, ensure income streams are maintained, keeping the inlets open in a reservoir, maintaining employability, skill development, reliable income sources, not relying on luck, temporary windfalls, right? So you have to keep that in mind, right? Guard against social pressure, avoid this is interesting. This is about underspending. What do you call macharya or loba? Withholding even from yourself despite abundant resources, like dying without eating what is at hand. The person ajetta marana can erode joy, well-being, balance, generosity, self-care, saving. There is a story with regard to the Buddha's time. Remember that there was a bank, a Sethi, during the Buddha's time who had 84 crore of wealth, and there was another banker who had the same money. And then what happened? They both had a son and daughter. So later on they got married. They did not do a job. They were thinking to depend on their savings. Finally, they spent all their money. They came to Jetavanarama, in front of the gate. They were begging from people, give some money to us. Then Buddha was showing this couple. These are not normal people. They are rich people, spoiled kids, rich spoiled kids who got a lot of money from mother, father, but never had an idea how to invest that money, how to do better with that money. They just spend those money. Now they have come here asking money from people, right? So the Buddha, again, in that story said, you need to invest money in the proper way, in a healthy, ethical ways. Don't wait until you get the luck to get money. That is not a Buddhist idea. It might be a cultural idea. So finally, practice ethical learning. Very important thing finally. I think we are discussing that in Noble Eightfold Path. Maintain sama-jīvikatā, right living, by ensuring both income and expenditure align with ethical principles, avoiding harm to self and others. Somebody might think, I buy 10 cabbage and I sell 10 chicken, 100 chicken, 100 cabbage. And which one will give me more money? Chicken, I will go for the chicken job. I mean, that's not the idea here. So Buddha is asking us to think about what is more ethical to you. Is it something that engaging in an ethical job or unethical job? Ethical job is the priority. If you couldn't make it happen, at least try to make it a minimum. So all this money that one has to earn and then get and spend, and then by not overspending, underspending, must come from ethical sources. Ethical sources means the Buddha talk about ethical things. That means not swindling, cheating other people, and not harming other people's life, not harming oneself. So then the overall idea of the topic today is that you need to accomplish balanced finances before you pass away one day. It is not a 1 day, 2 day, 1 month, 2, 3 year activity. It is a process. So how to do it? You need to know what is, how much money you make, how much money you spend, and the income should not exceed expenses. Expenses should not exceed income, and you should not overspend. You should not underspend. You must spend for the necessary things. You must not overspend. That is how you're going to balance out your finances. All right. Any questions now? Yeah. Yes, please raise your virtual hand if you have a question.
There.
Yes, Annie, please.
Yeah, I have heard of some people that they're so poor, they sell their blood in order to make money to live. So how would you rate this in the Buddhist context?
Well, I mean, when we think about selling,
Yeah,
think about selling bodily parts, especially selling one's kidneys. The problem is if it is harming oneself. I think blood, we might see, even we can see blood transfusion happens from a blood donation campaign as well. If it is not harming oneself, if it is an excessive thing, if it is a normal blood transfusion, that should be okay, because there is consent and there is no harm. But what if someone is overly giving that, jeopardizing one's own health? I think that could be a problem. Otherwise, I think there is no problem.
Right, thank you.
Bhante, what about selling oneself as a sex worker to earn money for an income?
Well, definitely it is not a good one. It is immoral. But the thing is that we see that there are people who have gone to this life when they are choiceless in their life. It's a different story. I'm not saying that we have to approve it. Now think about Ambapali's case. Ambapali was one of the most famous sex worker during the Buddha's time. And Ambapali came to the temple. Ambapali was earning more than the government income at that time in the state.
Yeah.
And then Ambapali told the Buddha, I want to offer my mango orchard. Would you receive it? Then immoral money, right? And she has been earning all that. True. Buddha never said no. Because in the Buddha's mind, Buddha saw Ambapali is going to be a nun very soon. And finally, she's going to become an arahant. So he was looking at that part. But for the normal lay people, it is not good to end up with being a sex worker. But what if that all the options are gone? There are no options in the table. The lady has to leave an earning for their children. And we look at it differently. But I think ideally speaking, it is not good in the first place. But there are other things that have been going on. But what if people are doing that for fun? Definitely, that's immoral.
Right.
Fun, and then some joy in the modern sexual dynamics. Yeah.
To get more money to buy papers, handbags and all that. Yeah, that is wrong.
Yes. Right. Maybe we can take one more question and we will wrap this up if you have.
Yeah, Bhante, can I ask a question on the previous class?
Yes, please.
About this what do you call that? Kalyana Mitata. There were two groups of person, right? Householder, wife, spouse, not householder, spouse, daughter and son, and then young person with virtue. So does this young person with virtue belong to the householder, or is another different category? Because the second group is the elder or elderly with matured virtue. So I just want to know for this young person, how?
No, in that case, what the Buddha is saying to Dīghajāṇu, when you want to look for Kalyana Mittas, you may look for Kalyana Mittas out of two groups. One group is adults and young people. Second group is senior people. Actually, these are the two groups that we also have to deal with in today's world. I mean, normal adults and then young people. I could say young means maybe young adults and normal adults, and then the senior group. So
So it doesn't mean that it falls under the householders family. It's just what do you call?
no, it's
another
outside the family.
I see. I
It
understand.
is
Thank
outside the
you.
family thing. I mean, when we want to associate people, these people come from two aspects. One is young people, one is elderly people. So I think these are the two groups that we, yeah.
All right, understand. Thank you so much, Bhante.
Yeah. All right. If there are no questions at this point, I think a lot of questions can be minimized with the note. Please read the note, and then let us now share all the good karmas. So may all the good karmas we be making today by learning how to manage finances according to Dīghajāṇu Sutta. Actually, today we have finished discussing the accomplishments part, and especially for this life. And then from next week, we are going to look at accomplishment for the next life. But they have to be done in this life. Saddha, Sila, Chaga, Panya. So we'll be looking at them. Now, may all the insights, wisdom that we've been creating today about finances with regard to lay people accomplishment be supportive and helpful for departed ones. May departed ones receive all these good karmas. May they be well and happy, and may they attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Idammi ñāti nang hotu sukitā hontu ñātayu. Idammi ñāti nang hotu sukitā hontu ñātayu. Idammi ñāti nang hotu sukitā hontu ñātayu. Deva Naga Mahitika. May Deva Naga Mahitika receive all these good karmas. May they be well and happy. May they protect and bless all of you for good health, quality of life, prosperity, safety, and happiness. May Deva Naga Mahitika in particular bless your Dhamma journey. May your Dhamma journey become a very seamless, consistent, seamless Dhamma journey. May Deva Naga Mahitika finally attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Ettavata ca amhehi samvatam punya sampadang sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Ettavata ca amhehi samvatam punya sampadang sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Ettavata ca amhehi samvatam punya sampadang Sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Akasatta ca bhummatta devanaga mahittika. Punyantang anumoditva chirang rakhantu sasanang. Akasatta ca bhummatta devanaga mahittika. Punyantang anumoditva chirang rakhantu desanang. Akasatta ca bhummatta devanaga mahittika. Punyantang anumoditva chirang rakhantu mang parang chirang rakhantu tvang sadati. Dhammavish, our Dhammavish is to be surrounded with Kalyana Mittas. May more Kalyana Mittas come to us, and then may we become Kalyana Mittas to more sentient beings as we meet in our samsaric life till we attain Nibbana. Imina punya kammena mami bala samagamu satang samagamu hotu yavani bimbana pattiya. Finally, may all the good karmas we've been making today by learning about the sama-jīvikatā accomplishment of balanced finances we've been learning a lot of insights, wisdom about what the Buddha told about how to manage income and expenses without overspending, without underspending, properly spending, without being blameworthy and being praiseworthy with regard to, especially as lay people, about your expenditures and income. May all these good karmas be supportive and helpful for all of us to attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Abhivadana silis nichang vadhapachāino chattaru dhamma vadhanti ayuvano sukhang balang ayurarogya sampatti sagga sampatti me vacha ato nibbana sampatti iminati samicchatu sadhu sadhu sadhu. With those blessings, we have come to the end of our sutta discussion. Wishing you a pleasant good night till we see again on Friday.
Good night,
Thank
Bhante.
you, Bhante. Sadhu.
night.
Thank you, Bhante. Good night.
Thank you, Bhante. Good night, Bhante. Good night, everybody.
Thank you, Bhante. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you and good night. Take care, everybody. Bye.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Bhante.
Bye.
Sadhu, Bhante.
Have a
Good
good
night,
weekend,
Bhante.
everybody.
Good night, Bhante.
Good night.
Good night.